Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I am the Pink Flamingo. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, welcome. We're going to be getting into a celebrity reading, guys, and this reading is going to be somewhat of an old Hollywood rumor investigation. And this rumor involves Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes. Now, many of you probably have heard that Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes dated briefly in the early 90s. And it is said that they met on the set of filming Jungle Fever. It seems like Halle was working with Wesley. Wesley was somewhat in awe of Halle and he wanted to date her. And he had the opportunity to do so from, I believe, 1990 to 91. Now, during their secret relationship in the early 90s, it said that Halle's experience with Wesley was not a great one. In fact, a couple months back, the rumor resurfaced once again that Halle Berry's hearing loss was due to having a particular conflict with said Wesley Snipes. Now, Halle Berry has never gone on the record for this. She has made it known that she has lost about 80% of her hearing in one ear, but how it's occurred, I think she went on the record for what happened, but I don't believe she called out who did it. Now, throughout the years, people have somewhat said her ex-husband, David Justice, who she married, I believe, in 93, and they were married up until 97. It's been alleged that he was apparently, let's say, aggressive with Halle Berry. Now, Halle has never gone on the record for saying much about David Justice. She's never confirmed, nor has she denied. And David Justice has claimed that, it's not him that has caused Halle to have this hearing loss. Now, another boyfriend of Halle Berry's, I can't remember his name right now. I don't believe he's famous. He might be in the industry, but he went on the record for saying that Wesley Snipes was the one who caused it. Now, we're going to get into the cards and we're going to figure out what's going on, right? Now, Halle has not confirmed, nor has she denied, and everything is alleged. But I do find it very odd that around the time when this rumor resurfaced about Halle's experience with Wesley Snipes, Jennifer Lopez actually came out and spoke about her experience and working with Mr. Wesley Snipes on a movie. She said she somewhat felt uncomfortable and that he had taken her out one night and I guess to the bar. They had all gone out and I guess he was supposed to drop off Jennifer, and at the last moment he kind of puckered up them lips, honey, and wanted to give Jennifer a kiss, and Jennifer declined. And she said it was uncomfortable working on the set with him after that. So he was unpleasant after she rejected him. So, two women are somewhat going on the record, and even though Halle has not said anything, but let's just say two women are somewhat associated around some negative stuff when it comes to Wesley Snipes. Now, I don't know much about Wesley. I know that he's a great actor. I know that he's done a good job in playing Blade and in The Matrix, right? From what I remember. So we're going to see what we can find out about Mr. Wesley Snipes, about this relationship in the 90s, see whether or not he's responsible for Halle's hearing loss. But we're going to get right into it, guys. So we're going to check out Mr. Wesley Snipes, see what this rumor is about. I know it's a past rumor, but sometimes we like to go back in time and discuss some things from the past. get a little nosy and see what we can find out, right? So we're going to do just that. All right. All right, Spirit, can you give me a few cards for Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes' relationship? In the 90s, past relationship, Halle Berry. Oh, there's a card that fell off the table. Excuse me, you all. Let me just grab that. Oh, wow. Okay. What else can we get in this energy between Wesley Snipes and Halle Berry here, Spirit? We got second chance energy coming up, you guys. Okay. What else, Spirit, for this relationship? Halle Berry. Wesley Snipes. Oh, wow. Halle Berry. Wesley Snipes. Early 90s relationship. They were definitely very private about this, guys, because I don't really think a lot of people even knew during the early 90s that they were actually dating. Wow, there's some cards coming out here. Okay, a couple more cards here, Spirit, for this energy. Halle Berry, Wesley Snipes. But I am curious to see what Spirit will say about all of this. Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes. What type of energy sits around this relationship? The good, the bad. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. So I'm going to share what all the cards are that came out. And honestly, I can pretty much almost wrap up the reading right here, but we are going to dig deeper anyways. So I got a few cards already for her energy, Halle Berry's energy, as well as Wesley Snipes' energy. So, you know, this is what I will tell you guys about this situation. So, a lot of this I'm getting is more of that infatuation energy of when he got with her. So what I got is the feelings were mutual. So it seems to me that when Halle got with Wesley at the time in the early 90s, they really did like each other because I am getting mutual feelings. Now, for the obvious, we know Halle Berry is one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood in general. And year after year, she never disappoints us, right? Halle's always in shape. She's always taking care of her skin. She's glowing. The woman is stunning, right? So hypnotized makes sense. Spirit is letting me know Wesley Snipes was a little bit hypnotized by Halle Berry, as he should be. He had a little bit of a obsession, guys. So this could be a little bit dangerous because if they got together and, you know, sometimes, you know, I don't know how many women would consider him to be a stunning man per se, right? I don't know if he's like a heartthrob or what any woman would consider like, wow, I don't feel like he's a Denzel Washington. So for him to end up with a woman like Halle Berry, there's going to be insecurities that's going to sit around it. And if he has a little bit of obsession with this woman, there's going to be a lot of fighting, which we know can turn into a lot of that, how do I put it this way, but that aggressive situation. Spirit's letting me know temptation, which makes sense because they met on the set of Jungle Fever, right? And in the name of the movie, Jungle Fever, temptation, hypnotized, and all this heat. So they were very much so sexually attracted to each other. And this was temptation for him, right? Working with a woman and then wanting to be with her. Now, here's for the bad stuff, guys. So guilt is sitting around his energy. So there's something that he has done to Halle Berry, which it could be what he is accused of, right? Because we got guilt coming up. Not only that, but I'm getting the apology with the guilt. So he has apologized to Halle Berry for something he's done to her. Okay? Now coming up more so I can feel towards Halle Berry's energy, which for her, this is him. So after he's done what he's done to Halle Berry, he's wanted a second chance with her. So I don't know if this is recent or past energy, but after the apology situation and him understanding the guilt that he carries, he's wanted a second chance with her. Now, for Halle Berry, she walked away from that situation, Spirit is saying, with clarity, right? So whether it was, after experiencing something like that with a man, it can mess with your emotions, your insecurity. A lot of women that go through very bad situations with men, and you ladies know what I mean, and gentlemen, when it becomes aggressive and stuff like that, people do go through severe trauma from that. And you do need to heal, which is what Spirit gave me, healing, right? So Spirit's letting me know she has her clarity, she's had her healing, and with life, she's had her fresh start. So this is what I got around the energy between them, but there's definitely guilt coming up for him. Definitely him wanting to apologize about something. Definitely him wanting a second chance with this woman. And of course, them having all this passion, guys, the temptation, the obsessed, the hypnotized, and the mutual feelings. So they started hot, right? As a lot of couples do, right? Sometimes it's whatever it is. Maybe she fell for that whole bad boy effect that Wesley Snipes had in the early 90s. That could have been exactly what it was, right? That's kind of what got Whitney Houston also, I think, with Bobby Brown. But yeah. So I'm going to see what else they had going on in that relationship, guys, in terms of, was there any cheating? Like, what was in that relationship? Okay. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards for Halle Berry's relationship with Wesley Snipes. Any infidelity? What was this relationship like for the two of them? What was the energy in the early 90s, this private relationship between Wesley Snipes, Halle Berry? Wow. What a card. Okay. Makes sense. Okay, any cards for this relationship? Early 90s, Halle Berry, actor Wesley Snipes. There we go. I was just talking about that. Anything else, Spirit, for this energy? Okay. Couple more cards. Yep. All right. So I'll pull a couple more after this, guys, but I'll let you guys see what we have so far. So, guys, straight off rip, Spirit is letting me know that this relationship has brought forth a lot of karma for someone. More than likely Wesley Snipes, because he is not doing well right now. So Spirit is letting me know rock bottom has occurred for someone. Someone's life is falling apart. And it's more than likely Wesley Snipes, because most of us know right now, I guess, he's financially struggling, if I am correct. But Spirit's letting me know right now someone's life between the two of them is hitting rock bottom. And I'm going to have to throw Wesley Snipes in this category only because it seems like Halle Berry is doing well, right? I got the love affair card for this union. Of course, it would come up, the love affair, which is the secrecy, right? Them getting together on set and somewhat hiding it from everyone. Okay, so the love affair is them and the secrecy. Now, here is what we were just talking about. She probably liked him for that whole bad boy image. And because Spirit is saying opposite attract, right? Lessons, not your usual type. Different spiritual beliefs and lessons. So this situation For Halle Berry, as Spirit is saying, her getting with Wesley Snipes, it was lessons, right? It was opposites attracting and possibly different belief systems as well. And Spirit is saying with the lessons, you know, there was a bunch of karma and everything that probably came out of it years later. Wesley Snipes is not doing very well. And maybe what he's done to Halle Berry was his karma, and whatever happened to her in this situation was her lesson, right? A lesson had to be learned for her. Spirit is saying around them at the time, the whole entire thing was toxic people, addictions, bad advice, wrong crowd. So a lot of negative people around them, and it could even be negative people that were around Halle Berry, even encouraging her. Because at the time of her dating him, she was, you know, new in the industry. She wasn't even married to David Justice as of yet. This is 1990 we were talking about with Halle Berry, right? Before she even had won the Oscar, right? I believe Spirit is referencing her as a high value woman, which she is. The Empress, the beauty, the sexy, the abundant, and the confident. So Spirit is referencing her, how she was looked at back then, and how she is looked at with him, right? I don't know where I put those cards. I just put them away. Hold on, guys, just a second. I might have to just grab them just a second, you all. If not, I'll just, here they are. But I just want to grab these guys just to reference them as we read. But as you can see, sexy on that particular card here. And of course, on this card, as you guys can see, obsessed and hypnotized. So this is where he was with Halle Berry. He was really into her looks. And that can be a bad thing too, because sometimes when a man is with you for your looks, they don't really value you as a person. I'm getting the broken mirrors, the addictions, once again, roller coaster, and toxic connections. So toxic connections, toxic people, roller coasters, and you guys can see on both cards, addiction. So it makes sense. Maybe in the early 90s, you know, a lot of people were getting, you know how that was in the early 90s. You know what the club looked like back then. You know, a lot of people were walking around floating on cloud 9, 10 and 11, a lot of clouds, right? So it was an early 90s thing. And, you know, this affected a lot of actors, actresses, and even athletes in the early 90s, right? That lifestyle. So that was old Hollywood. Everybody was pretty much partying and substances were flowing. So that's what I got for the energy around that relationship. I am going to shuffle again and see if anything else pops out for them as a couple. And then we'll see how they feel about each other. But there is guilt sitting around Wesley Snipes and the relationship. So we're going to see. All right, Spirit, any more cards for this union of Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes? Early 90s. Wesley Snipes. Oh, these cards came back again. All right. Any more cards? We know that they were opposite. Anything else? Any infidelity? Mind games? Unfinished business? Yeah, reconciliation again popping up. Anything else for them as a couple, Spirit? Any new cards? Halle Berry, Wesley Snipes. Oh, something came out. Okay. Okay, makes sense in that order. Wow. Okay. Deuces. Sick and tired. Karma again. Okay. So what I'm picking up, guys, the high value is back. And now I understand why it was given again. So, like I was saying to you guys about Wesley Snipes, he has an obsession with Halle Berry, is what I'm picking up again from this shuffle. Like, it's not actually a healthy obsession. I don't even know if he still has this obsession, but Spirit is letting me know the man is a little obsessed with the woman. And I'm getting the high value card for her because this is how he's always viewed her. So I don't know if when they broke up, like, you know, a lot of these Hollywood men, especially when a lot of the actresses are not popular at that time, or they don't have a lot of power in Hollywood, they kind of like to keep a lot of these women under their thumb. And unfortunately, a lot of them can be somewhat narcissistic and a bit controlling. So I don't know if when he got with Halle during Jungle Fever, he always thought that she would be like under his thumb. And, you know, that's what all that controlling and all that aggressive stuff was about. And, you know, he probably, like Spirit said, had an obsession with her looks. I don't know if it made him insecure, but Spirit is saying that he's had an obsession with this woman and her looks. Spirit is also giving me the card again of opposite attract. So it's almost like Halle has never seen him as her type, because I'm getting it again. He wanted her more than she wanted him. I'm getting a bit of the mind game. Sorry, guys, I know the table's a bit messy, but I'm getting a bit of mind games, which is the immature testing you and analyzing you. So this was the energy he gave her. And sometimes when someone is analyzing you, that can be because they want to insult you. They want to say things to you to attack your character or what you look like, so that they can kind of lower your confidence, which is kind of what I'm picking up off of this card, is that he played a lot of games with Halle Berry within the short time that he had her. So all of that trauma, guys, that she could have really endured could have really been from him. It might not have even been from David Justice, which, you know, for me is shocking, some of this coming through, because I've never really caught dark energy from Wesley Snipes. But now that I'm reading him, he's actually, you know, I'm starting to think that a lot of these men are very similar to like that P. Diddy in Hollywood. Like, a lot of them are, they might have that monster effect, guys. Like, they might not really be nice guys at the core. A lot of them might have God complexes and think like the women they date are property. They might feel like everything around them is their property, kind of thing. And then, like I said to you guys, I got unfinished business, proposal, forgiveness, and reconciliation. So this goes back to why I was looking, guys, for the cards. Just a second, guys. But if you guys remember, I got the second chance card around that energy. I'll see if I can find it quickly. But we were getting a bit of that second chance energy for them as a couple. And there's the apology. Sorry, guys. I really shouldn't have put this back in the deck. That was very silly of me. Okay. But we are getting like the second chance energy, which is basically like the reconciliation. So he wants a relationship with her. Okay. And I don't know if he still wants it, but Spirit is saying like this is something he wanted after they ended. Like, he wanted to get back with this woman. I got conflict resolution, which makes sense with the reconciliation. So it seems like Halle Berry was kind with him. Maybe she had a discussion with him because, as you guys remember, in the original drop, we had the apology, right? I apologize because I am guilty of something. I've done something horrible to you. So I am apologizing. And I'm getting the energy that Halle Berry, the woman of class, made her amends and she moved on. And she's been classy because, to be quite honest, she lost her hearing in 80% of her ear. And if someone like Wesley Snipes allegedly is responsible for this, she could have put him on blast and aired him out. So, you know, and to be honest, I don't think it's even a classy thing. I think she's doing him a favor because I really feel like a woman should air someone out for doing that, right? So it's not even a class thing. Let me take that back. But, you know, I think she she could have ended his career and she didn't. And I'm going to see if I can find out why, you know, because so far energy I'm picking up, guys, yeah, he did this. And I also got the karma coming back, the spiritual attack. What's going on in his life currently? Karma came back again, guys, in a different card for him. I just shared karma with you guys, right, for him. So these are the new cards that came back. Spirit gave us 2 of the same returning cards. And it makes sense why they're back, because he has an obsession with her looks. I don't know if he feels that way, but we're going to go into the tarot cards. And sorry, guys, I left out 2 cards, actually. I got the sick and tired energy, cycles over, and decisions made. So Spirit's letting me know, even though he wanted to get back with her, Halle Berry was sick and tired, and she made her decision to leave. And then the card I received with that one, which is the deuces, fed up, cutting ties, and walking away. So her ultimate decision would never be to return to him. And, you know, I'm sure back then, even when he still was Wesley Snipes and his name still had value, Spirit is letting me know that once she cut her ties, she didn't want him. He's always wanted that second chance with her again. And I can understand why, because after she did Jungle Fever, her desirability just kept on peaking and peaking and peaking. And Halle Berry was one of the most desirable women in Hollywood after him. So I understand why he felt like he let something go. He was stupid, is what it's giving, right? Should have kept his hands to himself, allegedly, is what Spirit is saying. Now, we're going to see what I can find in the tarot cards, guys. And I'll leave these cards out so we can reference them, because I like to put them back and look for them for some reason. Okay, so let's get into the tarot, guys. All right, Spirit, give me a few cards on Halle Berry's energy. How does she feel about Wesley Snipes these days? How does she feel about this energy-wise, Wesley Snipes? Okay. Oh. Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me just put that on the stand there. Wow. I'm getting some cards here. Okay, one last card for Halle Berry's energy towards Wesley Snipes. Okay. Wow. Boom. All right, guys. So what I got here is I got the 10 of Cups. And with the 10 of Cups energy, what I'm getting here is, you know, she had the energy that when she got with the 10 of Cups energy, she thought that when she got with Wesley, is what I'm picking up, because it's making sense now. Spirit is saying that the boat, you know, when she got with Wesley, it was very passionate, right? They had like this mutual feelings energy, right? They wanted this union, as you guys can see, like this couple with the kids. Everything is perfect, right? So Halle actually really saw herself with Wesley. You know, despite what we would think about them as a pair, Spirit is saying she did. But Spirit is saying with the moon in the upright, beside the 10 of Cups in the upright, Spirit is saying it's a bit of illusion. There was deception, right? Everything was horrible for her. She thought everything would be perfect. She probably thought that they would be like that Hollywood royalty couple. They get together, and I don't know, maybe do like the Will and Jada, although Will and Jada didn't turn out so well, but maybe that's where they thought they would go with it, right? And Spirit is saying that the illusion, it was all an illusion. He gave her the illusion. So he must have made her feel as a up-and-coming actress that, you know, you join big forces with a man like me, because we know Wesley Snipes at that time was very relevant. So she thought that, you know, probably thought that this would be perfect. I would be the wife to Wesley Snipes. We'd have the children, only for her to find out that, you know, I'm going to be with this man with the moon energy, living in fear, right? Now, Spirit makes no mistakes. I get the Lover's card in the reverse. So there was conflict. They had trust issues. Everything was off balance, right? And Spirit is also could be referencing a little bit of that aggressiveness, right? So there was no love. All right, we got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the unwelcome change. Somebody losing control, right? So is this more so a reference to anything that happened between him and Halle, because we're getting the Lover's card and the Wheel of Fortune coming together, right? Unlucky situation. Now, what I'm getting here, guys, is a little bit of a different energy. I am getting the six. Sorry, guys. I meant to say the Four of Wands. I don't know why I called it a six. The Four of Wands, guys, in the reverse. And, you know, with this card, usually references celebration, marriage, people in a union, people planning for the future. It's somewhat of, people usually reference it sometimes as a marriage. So there's a possibility that Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes were even thinking about a marriage, because we do have this card here, which is the 10 of Cups, right? So I'm getting the Four of Wands coming up with the 10 of Cups. So it's looking like they kind of thought at that time, you know, people are passionate. And like Spirit said, it was all this, I'm hypnotized by her and the temptation. So they thought they had that burning love, and they thought they were going to have a union, a long-term one. But Spirit is saying, based on Halle Berry's energy, she's saying that this was a missed opportunity for him. So for her, it's like, I thought we were going to be the Hollywood couple. You sold me a dream, right? All I endured with you was conflict, right? The love was upside down. I had an unlucky, misfortunate situation with you, with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I got the, you know, possibly an engagement, possibly something, but definitely a canceled event. So I don't know if there was maybe an event where he was planning to propose to her, or maybe they were planning on running off and getting hitched. Because, you know, in the 90s, girl, people used to just run off and get hitched in Vegas. Most of the celebrities in the 90s, we would go to bed one night and wake up in the morning and find out they were hitched, right? Britney Spears did it. A whole bunch of them did it. It was like the thing to do. And even basketball players back then would just run off and get hitched overnight. And with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, Halle saying missed opportunities for him. He was the worst, basically the worst thing I took a chance on, pretty much energy-wise. You know, I didn't see it coming. He was the worst thing I could have been linked to. So she has nothing really good to say about this union. She thinks misfortune is in it. She thinks the Lovers is completely in reverse. So there's nothing that Halle wants. There's like a hair there, guys. There's nothing that Halle desires about this union. Nothing she misses. She gave me the Lover's card in reverse and a whole bunch of other cards that you guys seen. So Halle Berry's energy about this is, you know, she's not one of those relationships where she thinks about it and she's like, oh, wow, Wesley's the one that got away. Wesley might feel that Halle is the one that got away. And I would see why, because she only got more desirable and more beautiful as the years went on, right? All right, Spirit, give me a few cards. Okay, you knew where I was going. Give me a few cards for Wesley Snipes, although you already started. How does he feel about Halle Berry? All right, Spirit, a few more cards here. right? Any more cards for Wesley Snipes' energy towards Halle Berry? Wow, guys. Oh my gosh. All right, I have my answer, guys. And you're going to see why in a second. This card wanted to do something. All right, one last card here, Spirit, for Wesley Snipes and Halle Berry's energy. How do they feel about each other right now? Something flipped in the deck, guys. Wow. So everything I found in the Oracle, I'm seeing in the tarot cards, guys. So here's the bad stuff. So I got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, right? Knight of Cups in the reverse usually represents disappointments, failures, things not working out. And sometimes romantically, it can also represent your heart breaking. So Spirit is letting me know nowadays, Wesley Snipes does see Halle Berry as a woman that, you know, when he thinks about it, maybe he's not heartbroken and crying, but he does see her as one of those that got away. His heart aches a little bit when he thinks of Halle Berry. What I got here coming through with the 9 of Pentacles energy, you know, he's thinking of the heartbreak, but with this card, it represents more so with the 9 of Pentacles energy, the wealth, right? The abundance, the prosperity. So he knows that with the Knight of Cups energy, it's like, I broke this woman's heart. I broke up a perfect situation. The disappointment of it for me, you know, we could have been doing well. We could have been making money. That's what this is, the 9 of Pentacles. We could have been racking money up together. What I'm getting here with the balance of the 2 of Pentacles is the imbalance in him knowing that his life would have been more so balanced with Halle Berry. He would have been busy making money because Halle right now is still relevant. So maybe as a couple, they still would have been relevant. He would have held on to some of his relevance. You know what I mean? And Spirit is also letting me know with this, he knows that his career, all of his life would be, everything would be more organized. His priorities would be more so in check. Now here for the bad part, guys, I got the Injustice card coming up in his energy about how he feels for this woman, which to me, it still in itself represents injustice, which means he knows he's done something to her where he more than likely should be locked up for it, right? So what I'm picking up is, yes, Wesley Snipes is responsible allegedly for this because I'm getting injustice cards, right? Criminal type cards, stuff you do. When you think about the justice system, you usually committed a crime to be in the justice system, right? Although justice is for other things as well. But in this situation, knowing what allegedly he's accused of, Spirit is saying injustice. Injustice. Injustice for this woman. You should be in jail. And we know this because Spirit said guilt. That was the first card that dropped out, the first oracle dropped. And we had the I'm apologizing for guilt. Now Spirit is saying injustice. Injustice. You have not got what you deserve. And Spirit is saying injustice, and Spirit is saying to who? The Queen of Wands, representing Halle Berry. The attractive woman, the beautiful woman. Injustice has been done to her. Spirit is saying with the Hangman in the reverse, Spirit is saying karma, no change for him. Him staying in one spot. Him not growing from the situation really with Halle Berry, not really learning anything. So even though he got away with this, Spirit is saying more than likely he's never learned, which means, ladies and gentlemen, he more than likely continues to treat women this way. So because he was able to get away with the injustice towards Halle Berry, he more than likely still treats women this way. Now, I'm going to pull some cards very quickly, guys, around the relationship, just to be nosy and see what we can kind of find. But yeah, I've gotten injustice, guilt cards, and apology cards around his energy and injustice. So there's something, and Spirit's letting me know the injustice was done to the Queen of Wands. Spirit is saying it's stagnant. There's no growth. Nothing came out of it. Nothing came out of him. This is Wesley's energy. Nothing made him better. So him getting away with what he did to Halle Berry didn't make him a better man for another woman. He didn't seek help. He didn't change his ways. And he more than likely, if he allegedly did what he did to Halle Berry, he did it to many other women after, and they simply did not report what he did. Halle Berry stayed quiet about her situation, which she should never have done, because it just leaves him open to continue to do that. When also Jennifer Lopez said she was kind of uncomfortable, right? And even though many people might not like Jennifer Lopez, but when a woman talks about things like that, it should go under notice, right? Regardless of how you feel about that particular person. So we have two women in the industry who's had a horrible time with Wesley Snipes, right? And guys, it's just interesting when you do these readings, you find out how many of these men kind of have like that P. Diddy complex, right? So I'm going to shuffle up, guys. I'm going to see what Spirit says about who this man is, just to see what we can find out. And I'll do some relationship cards. All right, Spirit, let me know who Wesley Snipes is, Spirit. Anything you can tell me about Mr. Wesley Snipes? What kind of man he is? Who is Mr. Wesley Snipes? Couple more cards for this energy, guys, just to wrap it up. Who is Mr. Wesley Snipes? Mr. Wesley Snipes, what kind of man is he? What's his problems? Who is he? Mr. Wesley Snipes. Couple more cards for this energy, Spirit. Mr. Wesley Snipes, who is he? Who is this man? Mr. Wesley Snipes, the good and the bad, Spirit. That might be a bad thing. All right, one more card for this energy here, Spirit. Mr. Wesley Snipes. Oh, wow. Okay. We were just talking about this in the beginning, guys. Okay. One more card, Spirit. Wow. Okay. This is getting bad. Hold on, guys. It's getting worse and worse as I'm pulling. Hold on. All right, Spirit. Any more cards for Mr. Wesley Snipes? Mr. Wesley Snipes. Any more card for him, Spirit? What kind of man is he? Good and the bad. Oh. I think I dropped those for a reason. Oh, it's back again. Okay. All right. Okay. So, guys, I got the cloak in disguise. Conceals true identity, mysterious, and not showing all their cards. So Spirit's letting me know this man masked his issues. Now, with the cards that fell out my hand, I knew they fell out for a reason because I got it twice. Spirit is saying family issues, childhood issues. So Wesley Snipes has a bit of family issues from way back in his roots, and that might be why he projects whatever it is he's going through onto his women and the women in his life, I mean. So if you guys know anything about Wesley Snipes, have you guys heard whether or not his parents or whether he grew up in an abusive household? I'm not sure. But Spirit is referencing not once but twice that his issues stem from family problems. I got stilt-like, takes action, steps forward. Nobody sees him coming. So, you know, for a long time, it makes sense. Many people did not know about Wesley Snipes and what he was capable of or what he had done to Halle Berry all these years. The rumor kind of resurfaced, and then Jennifer Lopez kind of like reinforced it. And then people kind of said, oh, wow, did he really do this? You know, I got the thirst trap energy, which is the person who is willing to seek attention, needy, and the person who's willing to sell their soul. So if he's needy, this might have been a problem for Halle Berry. This might have been why a lot of their arguments could have occurred. Maybe he was insecure. Spirit is also saying he is the type to sell his soul. I got the accusatory energy, which is not great energy in this situation, only because Spirit is letting me know he had somewhat of an obsession with this woman. And usually when a man has an obsession and they're accusatory, they're usually going to accuse you for a lot of things that they're really doing. And sometimes men who are accusatory somehow get more on that aggressive side with their partners, right? When they have that energy of insecurity, they project that onto you. Spirit also said this man has devil tendencies, guys. He has obsessions, addictions, which we knew came up not once but twice in his reading. So I don't know if he's still on stuff, but Spirit is saying back then when he was with Halle Berry, I don't think it's here, guys, but I had a card of addictions prior to. I think you guys remember it, but you can go back and look. But I had a card of addictions, right? The toxic people and the addiction situation. So he's impulsive, he has addictions, and Spirit's saying not that great. I got emotional intelligence, manages own emotions, understands emotions of others. Now, this could be a great thing or it could be a bad thing, because someone who understands the emotions of others doesn't necessarily tap in to being emotional when that person's emotional, right? It can sometimes have a narcissistic connection to it, because someone that understands and studies people's emotions to react, that might be what this could be, being emotionally intelligent. Someone that's able to play off people's emotions. Someone that's able to put anger into someone based on their behavior, what they say, what they do. Is he the kind of man that drives women crazy, right? So, you know, Spirit is saying he got a little bit of that emotional intelligence. He studies the mind a bit. But it makes sense because I do remember, I don't know if it's in this one, but yep, there it is, guys. Spirit always gives me references a couple of times, right? Emotional intelligence, the mind games. Okay, so that's who he is. I got the antagonist, the active adversary, the arch nemesis, and the frenemy. So he gets close to you. You think you got someone that you love or someone that cares about you, but really underneath it all, he could be a frenemy. So there's a possibility that maybe he even competes with the women that he dates, right? Maybe he was jealous of Halle Berry, maybe her success. Maybe he wants to keep her under his thumb. And sometimes when some of these actresses get into Hollywood and they get hitched to men like Wesley Snipes who have a name, these men want these women to be able to work, be popular, but not be too popular, right? So we don't know if her relationship had a lot of these elements to it because it was in the early 90s, even before she got married, right? So she was still very much so building her career. So guys, I'm going to do one last question on this situation out of my own curiosity. I think we pretty much have an idea of the read based on the cards we're seeing with guilt and, you know, how he had an obsession with this woman. I got the high value card twice. Him having an obsession with her. You know, her feel like she really loved him. Her having to heal from this. You know, we got the card of injustice when it came to him. I don't know if I put it back, guys, but We got the card of injustice and guilt around this relationship. So I'm going to see, guys, what I can pull last on this energy. All right, Spirit, tell me about Halle Berry's ear injury. She's deaf. There we go again. Wow. Tell me about her ear injury, Spirit. One last card, if you can, please. Oh, I need a few, I guess. You're not done. Wow, the same cards are coming back out. Okay. Wow, guys, I'm figuring out everything with this. Okay, tell me one last card for this energy, Spirit. Wow. Okay, this is crazy, but I'm going to tell you guys. So the Queen of Cups, energy-wise, represents her. It's back again, the femininity, the compassion. I'm now once again getting it together paired once more, which is the injustice. Spirit is saying injustice was done to Halle Berry once again. Now I'm getting the injustice with the card of the 8 of Pentacles, right? Which is the work card, right? So Spirit is letting me know exactly what took place in the argument and what this happened. So Halle Berry did get injured by him, allegedly. Because this is her. This is the injustice. Spirit is letting me know that there was some quarrels about money, work, something to do with work, something to do with the Hollywood business. This is what that fight was about when it occurred. I don't know what it was. I don't know if she decided to work with someone and he did not want her to work with this person. Because I think at that time he was even doing his own filming and his own movies. So I don't know. Did she decide to work with another producer or someone he did not like? Spirit is letting me know the conflict was about work. I'm getting the Lovers card in reverse. The conflict. We had conflict. As lovers, we had issues about work. Right? I'm also getting this card here, which is the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit is letting me know with the 10 of Pentacles energy in the reverse that this dispute had once again had to do with money and work. So it had to do with some control of her career, guys. And then what I'm getting here, guys, is I got the 10 of Wands in the reverse. Sorry, guys. So with the 10 of Wands in the reverse, Spirit is saying, you know, the whole thing came crashing down, right? Beautiful woman. He took advantage of her. Injustice was done to her. Spirit is saying it was over a work situation, right? The man who's supposed to be loving to her, Lover's card is coming in reverse with a card that represents work elements. I got the money disputes coming through, guys. Fighting over money, fighting over her probably saying, it's my life. I want to work with this person. I need to make my money. I got to pay my bills. Him probably being the controlling boyfriend. And Spirit is saying here, her having that breakdown, her wanting to release the stress, the burden of carrying all of this and being with him. So, guys, what I'm picking up, guys, is a lot of the trauma that they were blaming on David Justice. Now, I haven't done David Justice reading, so I am no way taking him out of the rumor that they placed on him, which is the alleged that he was a certain way with Halle Berry, his wife. But what I'm going to say, what I'm picking up energy-wise in this cards, and cards returning over and over again, and you guys know sometimes it happens in readings, but I got a lot of cards that return tonight, like the Queen of Cups, the Injustice, the Lovers in the reverse. These are 3 cards that return back on my table from when I just pulled his tarot energy and what he thinks of Halle today. It's still coming up in his energy as injustice being done to this woman. So he knows that there's something he probably should be clanked for, because I'm not getting any other cards, honey, besides injustice. Okay? So what I'll say is it's looking like Mr. Wesley Snipes is guilty, guys. It's looking like he did this to the beautiful Halle Berry. Now, since I'm already at the hour mark, you know, because my readings are a little bit longer, I figure I'd like ask the last question. Because what I'd like to know is why Halle Berry has kept it secret all these years. Like, why hasn't she just put him on blast and kind of just said, you know what? You deserve to be outed. You know, she hasn't really done that. So, yeah. We're going to see what Spirit says as to, I'm just going to mix up some cards here, guys, as to why she hasn't said anything. She could have ended his career. David Justice seems upset that everybody's blaming him for this ear situation and this trauma she experienced, but he keeps saying it wasn't him. And it's looking like Wesley Snipes might have been one of the men who caused Halle Berry trauma, from what I'm seeing in the cards, with injustice popping up twice. All right, let's shuffle again, guys. All right, Spirit, let me know why. Let me know. Could you let me know why Halle Berry has kept this a secret? This ear injury a secret from the public. Why won't she share who did this to her? Why won't she share that Wesley did it? Because that's what I'm getting in the cards. Okay, that popped there. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Let me pull some more cards, guys, and I'll tell you exactly why she has not said anything. Wow. So she, energy-wise, what I'm picking up is she never wanted to say anything about it. And I guess it's because it was 1990. At the time, Wesley Snipes was a very powerful man, had way more notoriety in the Hollywood scene than she had. So Spirit is saying that she was worried that she would somewhat have setbacks. So she didn't want to talk about what happened with her because she thought it would affect her career. So I'm getting that with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. What I am getting here with the, sorry guys, with the Six of Wands here, energy. The Six of Wands, sorry, let me show you guys that. The Six of Wands energy here, I'm getting her being worried about her career not growing, her not getting her accolades. I got the Ace of Pentacles here, her worried about having missed opportunities. What I'm getting here is I have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups energy is, you know, her being positive, and her moving forward and staying on her path. But what I am getting is I'm getting the Three of Swords in the reverse, which is the energy of learning to move on, forgiving. So spirit-wise, she's saying, I've forgiven him. And I have the Chariot, which is, you know, I'm a better person now. Better has come out of this for me. She's basically saying, like, now at this point, he is nobody. He is the one suffering. And basically, Spirit had already referenced that with the karma, right? And we see he is going through the karma, right? He financially is not doing well right now. So basically, she's saying, I forgive him. And as a matter of fact, I actually feel sorry for him, because right now his life is not going anywhere. The Chariot's in the reverse. His life lacks direction. It's not going anywhere. So that's why Halle Berry didn't say anything and hasn't said anything. She's made peace with it. Spirit is saying at the time when she could have said something, she was worried about her career. She was worried that she wouldn't get awards. She wouldn't get things. She thought things would be taken away from her and she would miss opportunities. She thought that he would have the power to blacklist her from working because he was more powerful in the industry than she was at that time. So that's all I got, guys, for this read. Let me know what you think of Halle Berry and Wesley Snipes. Do you guys think this really occurred? He's been accused of it. Do you think that Jennifer Lopez, was lying as well? Or do you think both of these ladies are telling the truth? What do you think about the injustice card showing up twice? The card of injustice, right? Which we all know what justice means. So when it's flipped in the reverse, we know, you ain't gone to jail. That's what that means. You should go, but you haven't, is how I take it. So let me know what you guys think. Until next time, guys. And just for reference, for the people who need to know, let me tell you guys really quick. Really quick. I think this is 8/16. So Tuesday, July 23rd at 8/16 is what I believe it's showing. Just for me to let you guys know when I'm recording videos now and the time and the date. So this was recorded then, okay? So it was recorded July 23rd on a Tuesday at 8/16. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.